Hi guys, it's Stock Curry, and in just a minute I'm going to give you every single stock pick from the top 10 YouTubers as well as an update on cryptocurrencies. But first, we've got to talk about the big news of the day. And the big news of the day was the fact that the infrastructure bill was just agreed upon by the Democrats. Now, Biden announced that the infrastructure bill was agreed upon today. However, how it will be financed still needs to be worked out. But it's much closer to being passed after today's agreement. Now, this is going to help a variety of stocks, including EV stocks, charging station companies, materials, telecom, and much more. There were a number of stocks that went up today just on news that the infrastructure bill had been agreed upon. And we can pretty much expect those same stocks to continue to rise after the infrastructure bill is actually completely funded and put into law. And this is just a great sort of precursor to understand what you might want to invest in if you're interested in investing in the news of the infrastructure bill. Now, Larry Jones did a great job recapping the infrastructure bill that was agreed upon today. He also gave a list of stocks that benefited from the news. Like, he actually had a full list of stocks that were going up as this news was being announced. So please go watch Larry Jones' video if you want more information about the infrastructure bill. All right, let's get into the stock and crypto picks. For those of you guys who are new to the channel, my name is Stock Curry. I used to work as an analyst for some large investment banks, and now I analyze stock picks from the top 10 YouTubers. Each day, I give you the cliff notes for every single stock pick from the top 10 YouTubers, as well as my analysis on their stock picks. If anything I talk about today piques your interest, make sure you listen to who I say mention that stock and then go watch their video to get the full details on what they said. Now, all I ask for putting all of this together for you guys is that you hit that like button, subscribe, and then click the bell icon, then click all so that you can get notified when I release my next video. In fact, I'll give you 5 seconds to do that right now. Alright, before we get to today's stock and crypto picks, I just want to remind everyone that I am not a financial advisor, and none of the YouTubers I analyze are financial advisors either. Nothing I talk about today is a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold. These are just my opinions, which may or may not be accurate. Please do your own research before investing in any asset. For those of you who are wondering what you're currently looking at, this is the Webull desktop app. Webull is the app that I use for my trading, and it is also the app that I use in all of my videos. If you'd like to get 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull is going to send you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. Alright, let's get into today's stock and crypto picks. First up is ETH. This is Ethereum. Stockmo said now that EIP 1559 has been released on testnet, he expects ETH to hit $10,000 by the end of next year in the most bullish scenario. His mid-level price prediction is $10,000 to $30,000 by the end of 2025. Remember that EIP 1559 burns ETH. If you want to see this happening real time, you can go to watchtheburn.com. That's watchtheburn.com. Next up is AMC. This is AMC Movie Theaters. The traveling trader reviewed the short interest data on AMC today. He said that all signs point to AMC short squeeze not happening yet. The traveling trader gave the same reasons that I've been giving over the past 2 days, and also added that volume is decreasing, which is another sign that the upward momentum is dying, and perhaps the price might start going back down. He also agreed with me that short sellers are getting brazen and shorting AMC much more than they have in the past because they believe the top is here and that the bearish MACD will hold. All of that said, the MACD can reverse and turn bullish again if we can just keep this price where it is at, above $50. If that happens, then next week short sellers will be out of shares to short, and further retail buying pressure can push the stock up and cause the eventual short squeeze. Options activity is picking up for next Friday, so we have a chance of a gamma squeeze triggering the short squeeze next week if the price can get above $65. Now, going into a little more detail about the short interest, Keenan Gray showed us that Ortex reviewed the data and said it is not typical short seller activity. Short sellers are apparently borrowing shares to raise the short interest, but not actually shorting the stock. This appears to be a FUD campaign by short sellers to get retail traders to sell. The shares available to borrow is back up to 1 million shares. But Ortex said those returned shares were never actually used to short the stock. So take the short interest numbers with a grain of salt, because short sellers are manipulating this data to try and get you to sell. And just thinking back to my days in securities lending and investment banking, the only reason I can think that short sellers would not actually short the stock is because they think the price might go up. In other words, they are afraid of apes pushing the price higher and they don't want to get stuck holding the bag again. Now, as far as what's going to happen with AMC on Friday, I have no idea. I really did not expect AMC to trade flat this week. AMC is behaving in a way that makes technical analysis worthless. Regardless, Smart Trader drew a sort of extended bull flag pattern, which you can see here in purple. Bull flags often point to a stock about to break out to the upside once the consolidation ends. Next up is MARA. This is Marathon Digital Holdings. They're a Bitcoin miner. ZipTrader discussed US-based Bitcoin miners MARA and RIOT today. He explained why these two stocks are up over the past few weeks even though the price of Bitcoin is down. When it comes to miners, there are two factors that play into the price of the stock. One is the price of Bitcoin, and the other is the production capacity. That is, how many Bitcoins can they mine? When 65% of the world's Bitcoin mining power shut down after China made most of the Bitcoin miners in that country turn off their machines, the production capacity of US-based Bitcoin miners rose. And the theory is that production capacity has increased more than the price drop in Bitcoin. That could push the profits of MARA and RIOT higher, which is why their stock prices are higher. Now, a byproduct of the miners in China shutting down is that China used more coal power to mine Bitcoin than any other country. So with them shutting down, that automatically makes Bitcoin a lot more green than it was before. And if you remember, Elon Musk said he would start accepting Bitcoin again as payment for Tesla vehicles once the mining used more renewable resources. Well, problem solved. Thank you, China. And if Elon Musk decides to start accepting Bitcoin again soon, that could be another upward catalyst for Bitcoin, which in turn could be an upward catalyst for MARA and RIOT. Next up is NIO. This is NIO, and they're a Chinese EV manufacturer. StockMo thinks NIO will continue to run higher, but I still think we're due for a pullback on NIO. I maintain my buy-enter price of $41.50 and my ideal buy-in price of $38. Next up is PLTR. This is Palantir, and they're a data analytics company. ZipTrader reviewed PLTR today now that it has run up 60% over the past month and a half. He encouraged people not to ignore it. It may have fallen out of favor with a lot of retail traders as people focus on the current trend, which is currently short squeeze stocks, but PLTR is a great company with a great future outlook. ZipTrader said the money is in high conviction but quiet plays like PLTR. I've already mentioned many times on this channel how fundamentally PLTR is a great long-term hold stock. And now let's take a quick look at the short-term technicals. PLTR is overbought on the RSI and the MACD is dropping. Both of those point to PLTR topping out soon and having a short-term pullback. Now, how far PLTR drops is anybody's guess, but even at $26, PLTR is still a great long-term hold buy-in price. Your best bet with PLTR, if you're interested in investing in it, will probably be at a dollar cost average in over the next few weeks. Okay, next up is ROKU, and this is ROKU, and I'm going to show you guys the weekly chart on this one. Smart Trader likes ROKU because it has formed a W-shaped pattern on the weekly chart, which you can see here in purple. A W-shaped pattern is a bullish pattern. Smart Trader thinks ROKU will continue to rise quickly up to the 52-week high of 486.72 and then have a 52-week high breakout to a new 52-week high. Now, this is purely a 2-week technical play, not based on fundamentals whatsoever. If you want to learn how to day trade a stock like ROKU, Smart Trader will be trading this stock on Friday during his live stream. And as a bonus, two other stocks that have the same W-shaped U pattern as ROKU include Bill.com, ticker symbol BILL, and PayPal, ticker symbol PYPL. Next up is TSLA. This is Tesla, and they're an American EV manufacturer. StockMo thinks TSLA will be at $900 by September 31st, which is just 3 months away. He thinks TSLA will be at $1,250 by the end of next year. TSLA was up again today after news came out that Tesla might be nearly sold out of cars for Q3. This prediction is based upon the long wait times for the Model 3 and Model Y. Next up is WISH. This is Wish, and they're an e-commerce website. Smart Trader likes WISH for a short-term technical trade. On the weekly chart, the MACD just turned positive and had a golden cross. The RSI is also rising, and on the EMAs, WISH closed above the 10-week EMA and is about to close above the 21-week EMA. All of those are very bullish indicators and point to WISH continuing to rise over the next few weeks. Smart Trader thinks WISH could get to $20 in the next few weeks. I bought a $16 July 16th monthly call option on WISH because I see the same thing that Smart Trader sees. Also, let me give you guys a bonus real fast. This is a viewer's choice. This is going to be WKHS, which is Workhorse. Now, WKHS has been picking up a lot of momentum on Reddit lately, and that's because the short interest is through the roof. It was actually over 40% the last time short interest was officially released by the SEC, May 31st. Now on the daily chart, WKHS doesn't look too great. It's kind of dropping on the MACD, it's kind of flat on the RSI, and it's struggling to break out above the 200-day EMA. But on the weekly chart, WKHS is looking quite bullish. We can see how the MACD is rising, and it just had a golden cross on the MACD. The RSI is also rising, and it's only at 49 right now, so still has plenty of room to run up. And if I zoom way in here, you can see on the weekly chart that the weekly candle is above all of the EMAs except for the 50-week EMA. So on the weekly chart, WKHS is looking very bullish. This may be a lot like AMC, where it takes a long time to actually have the short squeeze, but this is definitely a great candidate for a short squeeze. Now, because this is looking bearish on the daily charts but bullish on the weekly charts, and because I do think the short squeeze might take a couple of months to actually happen, if you want to play options on this one, I would go at least 2 to 3 months out. Probably the August or October options would be the best bet. The implied volatility is kind of high, but not terrible. For example, in October, the $16 option is $4, which would give you a break-even price of about $20. And I think WKHS could break $20 over the next 4 months easily. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video and get a lot out of it. Comment down below what your favorite stock pick is. And if you want to get some free stocks, you can sign up for Webull using my link in the description below. When you sign up using my link in the description below and deposit just $100, Webull's going to give you 2 free stocks worth up to $2,300. It used to be $1,850, they just upped it. So this is an even better chance to get more money. In addition, they're going to give me 1 free stock, so it helps you out, also helps the channel out. And Webull is a great platform. They have the complete pre-market and after-hours trading from 4 a.m. until 8 p.m. They also do fractional shares. They do cryptocurrencies. It's an incredible trading platform open to all U.S. residents. Finally, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you haven't already. I hope you have a lot of success trading, and just a quick heads up, I may or may not be producing a video Monday morning. I'm going to go get my 2nd dose of the COVID shot on Friday, and I have no idea how long that thing's going to knock me out, but I hear it's pretty bad. So I will see you when I see you, hopefully Monday, if not then Tuesday. Again, I hope you have a lot of success trading on Friday. I'm hoping it's going to be another nice big green day. If you're not already following me on Facebook and Twitter, I do post every single stock that I buy and sell within minutes of making the trade on Facebook and Twitter. The links are coming up right now.